Okay, our Bible like you mentioned that they get accredited by somebody, but how do you accredit Bible college?
Yeah.
Like what? Like, and then once you go to an accredited Bible college, who cares?
Yeah, it is interesting because just because you get a degree doesn't mean like you get like a raise, right? So they're not they're not connected necessarily.
Hi, boss. I took a Bible course this weekend.
Right?
Why'd you even tell me?
Right. Good for you, I guess.
Right.
No, so
I went surfing.
All right. So, I'm sorry. What was it? What's the question? Accredited. Yeah. So,
what is peer-to-peer accreditation? Because you said that earlier, and I knew this question was coming. So
you waited. Yeah. Yes. Good for you. Way to show patience. All right. So there's actually like the peer accreditation. Okay. So you've got a school like a Logos University, for example, in Jacksonville. They are a peer accredited Bible school. Okay, or university.
Okay.
So they meet certain requirements, okay, in terms of standards of being a peer accredited school, and that is set by government agencies. Okay. So you're peer accredited, but what the difference is, or I'll say government agencies. Yeah, I'll say state agencies. The difference is they don't receive like any grants or funds or those kind of things, okay? And they're not trying to become at least Logos is not trying to become regionally accredited, okay? So by peer accredited, it means that they have courses, and then their credits can be accepted at different universities or seminaries based upon if that seminary or that university wants to receive those credits. I mean, that's what it means.
Okay.
So, like, let's say I go to Logos University.
Is it based on you, the individual, or based on the school?
Based on the school.
Okay.
And so, like, let's say I go to Logos University. I get an associate's of applied theology. Okay. So I've taken associate level courses.
Okay.
And I've got so here I am with my 30 courses, and then I take those to, not 30 courses, by 30 hours, 60 hours, excuse me.
Okay.
Losing my mind. Let's say I got associate's degree, 60 hours.
Did you go to college?
I know. What? 60 hours. And so I got 60 hours credits, and then I can go to another like fully regionally accredited university. Mm-hmm. Okay. And by regionally university, I mean or a regionally accredited university, that would be like University of Georgia. Okay. That would be, and it's not just that. It doesn't have to be like just the big public state schools. It could, often private schools are that way too, right? They become regionally accredited, and so their accreditation, so it's a lot easier to transfer credits. In other words, from one regionally accredited to another regionally accredited school. However, with a peer accredited, like you could go to a college, say, I went to Logos University, took these courses, here's my transcript, and they might say, great, we will take half of those credits, or we'll take a third of those credits, or whatever it may be. It's really up to them.
They teach the wrong Bible over there, so you can't bring your classes.
Right, not do the King James only. Right. But yeah, so that's the way so it's just, when it says peer accredited, it literally means that they often have universities that partner with them that do take their credits. But it's not like when I go to another regionally accredited university, they may not have even heard of Logos, may not be familiar with them, and so then they may go, no, we're just going to choose not to take. Whereas if I'm coming from one regionally accredited university to another, they're often going to take those courses.
Okay.
And not necessarily all of them per se, but it's seen as, okay, you're at this regionally accredited level, therefore your courses meet a certain criteria that we're looking for.
But that's like to call, okay, so if my big old Jesus organization was hiring someone for a position and I had two people in front of me, would I care whether their Bible college degree was accredited or not accredited by whoever?
It all depends on the church. So there are, and so what I mean by that is different denominations have different standards. And so, like, in other words, if you're going to serve as a pastor or a priest, elder, however you want to phrase it, in a United Methodist church, or in a Presbyterian church, or in an Anglican church, you have to have a Master's of Divinity degree.
Okay.
Like, minimum. And it has to be from a regionally accredited, divinity.
Okay.
I was calling them theological schools. Someone will call it divinity schools, like divinity school. So you have to have that, where others may not care. You may go to a non-denominational church, or a church that doesn't have a strict policy on where the degree is coming from. So they may not care. It all kind of depends. I will say, even for our local church and our bylaws, pastors have to have a degree, but we do not state whether that degree has to be accredited from a regional school or from a peer accredited. Okay. Because, for example, I mentioned Logos University earlier. I think highly of that school, highly of that university. I think they put out really good quality courses. We have several students going through it right now on their associate level, and I think they just do a great job.